and let's see if we can get Bonnie, because Bonnie has been on the standby for too long. Bonnie, good evening. If you can hear me, sir, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me well?
Great. Najoi mambo ya technology, bro. Welcome. How are you feeling, sir?
Thanks, man. We're great, man. We are right here at County to County, which is in Westlands. Today we're doing a major comeback of one of our grand, legends, really. It's been 15 years since David Major was on TPF. And so today we're celebrating his major comeback.
Definitely. For me, it is a major comeback, and I'm so happy. Is he there with you?
Of course. David, tell me what
Hey, my fellow citizens, what's good?
I just, David, you don't do that. I thought it was Unye was supposed to address us. But anyway, you are.
That you put me on the spot.
Yeah, you're the president of the hour. So please, Ebu Salimia wase hapa Blue Radio. Ebu, tell us, how are you feeling being on that stage? Karibu sana.
Blue Radio, how you doing? I hope each and everyone is doing well. I am super grateful just for an opportunity to vibe with you guys, to get to know you. It's long overdue, it feels.
Awesome.
I should even have a single for you guys. That's what it feels like, man. It feels like I've been sleeping.
Actually, it's great to sleep, because now the dragon has been awoken, and let's find out what the dragon has been up to. So 15 years, bro, and you've been off the waves. We've been wondering, where's David? I mean, this guy Major just disappeared. He disappeared into the thin air, and you can't disappear because I know a lot of my lady friends have told me you are the cutest guy they've ever seen on TPF. So
Oh my goodness.
I know it's weird me saying that, but yeah, sometimes tunakubali sura zetu ngumu, and we accept some brothers are doing better. So bro, where have you been? Yeah, and we accept. We are not going to the Supreme Court over this.
Well, I don't know which ladies these are that you're referring to, but they can't see me now, but they should know that I'm blushing.
Great, because they saw my posters and TL, and they're like, the one and only Major. I said, yeah, he's having a major comeback here on Blue Radio. So tell us, David, where have you been?
Oh man, you know how life is. It's been ups and downs. It's been back and forth with it. It's been from the dark side, around the eclipse, to the light side, once again. And I'm at a place of peace, I'm happy to say. Peace is something we take for granted. The older you get, I think you realize that peace is such a necessity. And the thing is, you don't exactly disappear as an artist. I mean, like, I sort of had my group of fans that really loved me, that stuck with me through it all. And even the stuff that I put on online platforms, or a couple of videos that I shared on my YouTube channel, people still listen, people still jam to those. And then there was that gap where, like, the creativity just sort of disappeared. I was dealing with severe depression, among other things. I'm doing a much better job of that, thanks to incredible people. And where the profession itself is concerned, from psychology, psychotherapy, to rehabilitation itself, And my fellow Kenyans, my fans actually came together at a time when I was down and out, rock bottom. And just everyone chipping in kidogo from wherever they are, and like the reason I actually got to go to the rehab that saved my life. So they basically saved my life, my people.
Wow.
And that's why I had to make a real decision. Yani, like, are you gonna make the most of this, or are you just gonna come out and relapse again and head back to where you were?
David,
I choose life. I chose you guys.
As you say, you choose love, and that's very courageous. Again, I want to say it's very courageous to come out and speak about this kind of stuff openly. A lot of people will shy off, and it will be like, chini ya maji kind of thing. It never happened. Where did you grab all this courage from? Did you just wake up and say, this is my fight, I'm going to fight it publicly? Or how did you end up here?
I mean, it is indeed your fight. At the end of the day, you realize, like, your choices are your own. Like, you can be in a situation or in a context where there's influence, you're in the environment around you, and that type of thing. But the final decision is actually yours. And it's the same way with actually deciding to get better. To get back on your feet and then put your life back together.
Yeah.
But how did I get here? Sorry, I got carried away with that.
Yeah.
I'm just really happy.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Proceed.
Well, it all began with losing my mom, but I picked up drinking as a habit like way before that.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was battling with cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just an angel from heaven, man. It was back and forth with it. 1 minute she's healed, the next minute she's in recession again, and then eventually I just watched an ugly disease destroy a hero, like a person that this world severely needed. For no good reason. She wasn't an addict herself. She was a pediatrician, among other things, a writer, a teacher. So not only was she saving lives, she was educating and teaching and leaving a legacy behind for people to learn from and build from. And then she just disappeared from all our lives. And then a bunch of thugs out here that are drinking their lives away have lived well into their 100s.
I know, right?
And it made no sense to me. I was heartbroken. I used to ask God, like, take me instead, like that's how much it was hurting.
Oh no.
And that's something I really needed to deal with. It was unresolved for a long time. And drinking became a sedative, just a way of numbing the pain. And it never really does. It never solves the situation. It never numbs the pain. You really just have to face it. You have to decide to face it. And I can honestly say you can't do that without God Himself. Without the spiritual part of who you are, which is really the core of who you are as a human being.
And Devin, may her soul continue resting in peace. But let me just ask, as you speak about it, I hear you passionately, talking about your mom and who the kind of person she was. Have you ever gone past that pain, or do you still walk with that pain?
Oh man, that's something you don't get over, man. It's something you learn to live with, and you learn its purpose. Life is about living, and life just happens to you. You don't really get to control a lot of what happens to you, but to some extent you get to react to what happens to you. And once you accept that, you can move on now. But that kind of pain is another kind you can just let go of.
So, David, at what stage did you notice that, hey, dude, this is now very, very bad for me and I need to fix myself? Was it, when you started sleeping on the street? Because I saw that clip online, and I'm sorry if I'm mentioning it and it disturbs you, but I saw that clip. A very mutual friend of ours sent me the same, and I was like, no way, this can't be Devi. And he said, yes, that's too early. And I saw a lot of Kenyans coming together, doing stuff to make sure that things come to shape.
Kenyans are beautiful people for that. Yeah, they're an amazing people for that. Yes, and there was a random lady actually that recognized me from my season of Project Fame. Saw me from across the street, and she came up to me and she was just like, something is wrong here. This doesn't look right. Why do you like this? I know you. And I could barely talk. I used to seize a lot because of the drinking. It messes up with your brain like that. So I could barely respond to her, and she was like, "Where are your people? Where's your family? Where are your friends?" And that was like in the depth of the COVID epidemic. So people had their own problems. People were smack in the middle of it. Some had gone up country. Some had people from up country move in with them. So even my friends that would typically take me in just didn't have room for me. And my dad and I were in a strange place. Because I was trying to explain to him that every industry I've taken a hit. Like, there's no work right now, Dad. And he's never really, he's found it difficult to understand me as a creative and the type of work that I do, whether it's as a producer, sound engineer, performer, an artist, especially the artistry, because that means I have to be seen out there by people, by the world. Which was kind of uncomfortable for him. So he was like, my brother is also struggling with his own addiction, and he was on the streets, and he finally found his way back home. And my dad was like, I'm not going to take care of two grown men, me with all my issues, and I'm retired right now. So choose, either you or your brother remain here in the house. Or rather at home. And I chose my brother, of course, man. He was like, it makes sense because you're more of the extrovert. You're the one who can get out there and make something out of your life, and you have connections and you've been working.
Yeah.
My brother is more of the introverted type, and he needed a place to crash, honestly. Like, he needed to get off the streets or he was gonna die. So I chose him, and I came back thinking that maybe some kind of miracle would happen, but it just wasn't the time. It wasn't the time.
It wasn't the
But God
time.
kept me going, and yeah.
Wow.
Needed back aside.
I love the fact that you still refer to your spirituality, and I know you are hanging out there with the BONI, and guys are wondering kwani watu wako wapi. These guys are having a sherehe of their lifetime at county to county in Nairobi, Kenya. So if you haven't been there, you better go there. But BONI, come here, bro. When you mentioned to me you were working and partnering to make sure that David is having this major comeback, I was like, are you kidding me? I just was thinking about the same thing. So you were there. What has been the experience so far? Now talk to me as a journalist.
Now, man, when you say it's a major comeback, that's not just a play of words. It's a major comeback. Like, the place is just packing. I mean, I'll probably send you a couple of photos so you can post on your platforms, and also a couple of videos. But I mean, this place is packed. Guys have come out in all white post-election, and I think it's just perfect, because even all of us. I mean, you remember the other day early on your show, we were talking about post-election violence and all the stress that guys are under. Yeah, and for I think David is a perfect person to really lead this celebration, because he knows what it feels like, to go to the depths of it and to come out on the other side. And so for me, I think this is just beautiful. It's just a first of many, and also it's a great thing also to assign also to the industry and all the industry players that, man, this guy is back, because man, he filled this place up, and his fans are excited. Like, when I posted personally, I experienced when I posted this thing on my social media, so many guys were like, wow, BONI, you guys are doing a great job, bring this guy back. We love him, we miss him, And
when you went out for a brother, man, I'm so grateful, man. God bless you guys, and BONI bless you, my brother. I can't take all the credit.
No, man, it's been great, and we guys are still coming in. You can imagine, even at this hour, guys are still coming in.
I'm needed back in there. BONI,
right? So anyway, he needs to go back to the show.
Yes.
So maybe you can sign out.
Yes, definitely. You will sign out, and then I can get back to you before I can actually release you. And to the listeners that are tuned in, we are talking to David Major, and I told BONI NYAGA, this is a major comeback. So, David, as you go back onto that set, what should we expect from you in the near future?
Oh man!
No pressure.
My passion. It's gonna revolve around my passion, no doubt about it. I think the immediate thing I want to work on is an EP, probably 8 tracks. And for those who don't know what an EP is, it's just a mini album. Basically, it could be the first chapter of a bigger album. So expect a single from me very soon.
Awesome.
And I'm on the hustle, man. Just putting the coins together for a nice video as well.
Okay, you guys heard what he said, so we don't need to repeat that, right? BONI, we have work to do, right? So, your final words to the listeners as you go out, BONI. And thank you so much, David, for coming through. I know I'm being very excited here, losing you and not having a cohesive, flow of thoughts.
No problem.
But it is what it is.
David has gone back.
Yes.
He's gone back in. He's about to perform another set. So yes, my word to everybody is, man, let's support. Let's support our artists. Let's support our craft. One of the things guys don't realize, music is not a joke. Music is a very, very serious business, because when you're stressed, when you've worked so hard, you may be a doctor, you may be an engineer, you may be a lawyer, but when that lawyering has tired you, when you're so stressed that you can't even see if you're a doctor, you can't even see a patient, guess what? It's the musicians who are there to treat you. It's the art. It's a creative place, and one of the reasons maybe why we have such a stressed society is because we don't take our craft seriously. We don't take arts and just celebrating. Like now, guys, you can imagine at this hour, guys are coming in. We have big doctors here, we have big lawyers, but they're just having fun. So the thing is, as much as I know we are all taught that so many vijana, and books, but guess what? Even there's a wise man who said, all work and no play makes, is it Tom or who is it?
Tom,
who makes
dull
a
boy,
Tom a
yeah.
dull boy, something like that.
Yeah.
You know. So guys, let's support Nini. Let's support our arts. Let's support our artists. You know, when someone like David Major does something like this, show up, man. Come in, you'll have the time. Guys here are having the time. You can imagine it's a Thursday night, right?
You guys are already having your
It's 11
Friday.
o'clock.
You are having your Friday.
Huh?
You already having your Friday. Don't even talk about Thursday. You guys mshanza sherehe. You are on top of the cloud.
That's the thing, man. And so it's a Thursday at 11, and guys are still coming in, you know? So my word to all of you guys is let's support, come out, enjoy yourself. Also, as you're coming out, support. Let's support people like David Major. This is just the beginning. I mean, for me, my company, we will be supporting him. We really put this together, really. And to be honest, we didn't even expect this kind of response, but we've gotten it.
Yeah. Okay, so So before I can finally, honestly release you, because you have work to do, why white? Why the color white? I know you deal with branding, but why choose white in this event?
Well, like you've heard David say, he loves peace. And I think also what we need as a country right now is just peace. And as much as fine, we've come from a very, very tiring and stressful time with the election and everything. Of course, right now it's still going on with the court cases and you know, all that is going on. But I think what we need is peace. And I think it's the message that's going out to the world out there. We want peace so that we can enjoy ourselves, so that we can fulfill our purposes, and so that we can be all that we can be. What we need is peace.
Okay, all we need is peace, and that is BONI NYAGA. BONI NYAGA is doing an amazing job when it comes to mental health awareness advocacy. So, BONI, as you do that, give us your handle and give your final sign out.
So, BONI_NYAGA. I guess for me, it's watch out. Also, Mawaidha Limited. So my company is Mawaidha Limited, which is MAWATHI. Mawaidha. So follow us, BONI_NYAGA. Followers will be doing so much more in the space of entertainment, promoting entertainment, and also promoting mental health and just marketing. You know, whatever marketing and just pushing Kenyan brands to go not just regional but also to go international.
Definitely, and that's what we do here on Blue Radio, because we are all Kenyan before we become all East African and Africa. So thank you so much for coming through, BONI, and can't wait to hear the next segment when we meet on the spaces here on on Blue Radio and the rest of our social channels. Asante sana for coming through. Okay. That was BONI NYAGA from Waitha. So you go out there and find out what they're doing as we talk about mental health awareness stuff. My name is Likuyani Eli, and this is Thursday Night Live on Blue Radio.